Hello and welcome to SteadyStep English. I'm Jessica.
And I'm John.
Today we are going to talk about a topic that is very important for many of you. We are talking about money and work.
That's right.
Specifically, we are going to explore a big question for 2026. Are you being paid your true market value?
And this is, it's especially relevant if you are listening from India or Brazil or maybe somewhere in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
Especially if you have a remote job or maybe a technical job. We hear the same question all the time. Is my salary fair for my skills?
People see salaries online or they talk to friends and they start to wonder.
Exactly. So let's get into it.
So the situation is this. Many workers, for example, in India and Brazil, they work for companies in North America or Europe.
Right. So they're using English every single day in their jobs.
Exactly. But there's a lot of confusion about pay.
I can imagine. What are some of the common scenarios people face?
Well, imagine you accept a remote job in India. You're happy with the pay. But then you find out a coworker in Brazil doing the same job earns more.
Oh, that would be difficult.
Or maybe your company says your pay is based on your city's cost of living, but your work, your projects are completely global.
I see. So your impact is global, but your pay is local.
Yes. Or you work extra hours, with clients in different time zones, but your pay doesn't change at all.
And then you go on social media and see these high salaries, and you start to feel that your pay is not the real market rate.
That's the key. Workers are starting to ask about their market value, not just their local value.
They want a salary that matches their skills.
Right.
And their language level.
Precisely. And this is where geography starts to play a really interesting role.
How so?
Well, the data shows some big differences between regions. Let's look at India, Brazil, and Southeast Asia.
Okay.
In 2025 and 2026, we see a clear trend. The average salaries in Brazil are often higher than in India for very similar technical jobs.
That's fascinating. So a Brazilian engineer might earn more than an Indian engineer for the same work.
In many cases, yes. And then you have Southeast Asia.
Right. Places like Singapore and Vietnam.
There's very strong competition there for skilled engineers. It's a real hub for talent.
So can you give us a practical example?
Sure. A mid-level software engineer in India might look at job ads and see higher pay for similar roles in Brazil.
Okay.
Or a DevOps engineer in Vietnam might get a job offer from a foreign company, and the offer is in US dollars, a very high amount for the local area.
I see. And what about a QA tester, maybe in India?
That same QA tester might notice that remote jobs with global clients, they pay much more than the local IT jobs.
So the takeaway here is that you can't just look at a simple country average salary anymore.
Not at all. It's not a no. You have to look at the specific role and you have to look at the remote options.
Which brings us to a really important idea, I think. This difference between location-based pay and something else.
Yes. Let's define two key concepts, the old way and the new way.
Okay.
The old way is location-based pay. This is based on where you live. It's based on local costs.
Right, the cost of living.
The new way is value-based pay. This is based on your skills, your impact, and how difficult it is to find someone with your talent.
So how does this shift actually look in real life?
Well, some companies are now moving to one single global pay band for their top engineers.
So it doesn't matter where they live.
It doesn't matter at all. Or think of an AI engineer in India. That skill is very rare.
Very rare.
So they might get an offer that is very close to what their colleague in Latin America earns because the skill itself is so valuable.
So it's about proving your value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a senior developer in Brazil who shows their value by leading really critical projects.
So the lesson is, to get that value-based pay, you need to show results. It's not just about how many years of experience you have.
That's a perfect summary. Results are what matter now. And there is one more thing that really helps you show those results.
What's that?
We call it the English multiplier.
An English multiplier. Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, good English does not replace your technical skills, of course.
Of course not.
But it multiplies their value. It makes your technical skills more powerful.
How does it do that?
It opens doors. Doors to more markets and doors to leadership roles.
Can you give me some examples of how English acts as a multiplier?
Absolutely. Imagine a software engineer in India. Her technical skills are great, but her English is also very clear.
Okay.
So she can join client meetings with the team in the USA. She can explain her ideas. She suddenly has much more impact.
I see. Her value goes up.
Exactly. Or a data analyst in Brazil who can write reports for global managers.
Not just for the local team.
Correct. Or a developer in Vietnam. Maybe they improve their speaking and they move from a quiet back office role to a product strategy role.
Wow, that's a big jump.
It is. Or think of a cloud engineer in Brazil who speaks at an online conference in English. They become known as an expert.
So the research shows this connection clearly.
Yes. Higher English proficiency directly leads to better job options and higher pay, especially in fields like IT and finance.
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Let's slow down for a moment and summarize what we've talked about today. In 2026, salaries are changing very quickly for remote workers, especially in India, Brazil, and Southeast Asia. Companies are slowly moving from location-based pay to value-based pay. This means your pay is based on your skills and your impact, not just your city's cost of living. And finally, English acts as a multiplier. It increases your access to these high-paying global roles.
That's a great summary. We used some very specific vocabulary today.
Oh, did?
I think it would be helpful to do a quick review, a vocabulary word tour.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Let's define 10 of the key words we used. I will say the word and you can give the definition.
Sounds good.
Then I will give an example sentence. And we will pause for a moment after each one.
Perfect. Let's start.
Okay. The first word is correction.
A correction is when you change a number or an idea because new facts appear.
For example, you see a new salary report and make a correction to your expectations. Next word, benchmark.
A benchmark is a number or example that you use to compare with your own situation.
For example, you use an international salary survey as a benchmark before you accept a job. Number 3, multiplier.
A multiplier is something that increases another thing's effect or size.
For example, your strong English is a multiplier for your technical skills. Word 4 is talent pool.
The talent pool is a group of people with the skills a company needs.
For example, a global company looks at the talent pool in India when hiring engineers. Number 5, market value.
Your market value is the salary level that people with your skills usually receive.
For example, you study job ads to understand your market value before your review. The next word, range.
A range is the lowest and highest pay for a role.
For example, the recruiter shares the salary range for senior developers. Okay, number 7, remote role.
A remote role is a job you do from home or outside the office.
For example, you take a remote role with a company in another country. Next up, cost of living.
The cost of living is how much money you need for daily life in a particular place.
For example, the company sets pay using the local cost of living. Almost done. Number 9, pay gap.
A pay gap is a difference in pay between different groups of people.
For example, we discussed the pay gap between local and global hires. And our last word, bonus.
A bonus is extra money you receive for good performance.
For example, your contract includes a yearly bonus if you meet your targets.
There you have it. 10 words to help you navigate this new world of work.
They are very powerful words to know. That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at SteadyStep English.